home. It is dangerous to live in the township, not only for women, for everyone. Like I lost my brother in this street at the back. He was shot dead. He only went out in like 5 minutes. We hear the gun like boom, 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 and then I saw him lying there. And then I went to hold him, and then I called him, and then he called my name, and then that was it.
Welcome to the townships of Cape Town, South Africa. 50 years ago, this area between the oceans and the Table Mountain was uninhabited. Today, more than 3 million people live in Cape Town, but no one knows how many of them live here in the townships. 3 out of 4 South Africans are black Africans. Cape Town is different. The majority of Cape Townians is coloured, a racial mix defined by apartheid politics. Every third Cape Townian is black. Cape Town is dangerous. More than 5 people are killed each day. According to UN figures, the city is as dangerous as Rio de Janeiro is.
The other friend of mine was raped. He stays here, you know. In like 1, 2, 3, 4 house. She's like my neighbor. And then he was raped in this street, not far away from home.
On average, 10 people are raped every single day. 4 of them are children. The color of skin is still crucial in Cape Town. It shows you where people live, how much they earn, how good their education, and how dangerous their life is. The townships of Cape Town are a seemingly endless sea of shacks made of tin and wood. Cape Town is a very segregated city. The townships are black and colored territory only. Mervin is colored. He works as a community worker in Mitchell's Plain, a colored township. Mervin has been in prison for more than 14 years of his life. He ran away from home, slept in the streets of Cape Town, joined a gang, became a gang leader. And he is a convicted murderer.
There was a lack of communication in the household. My father and my mother wasn't married. We have 2 religions in the house. My father was Muslim, my mother was Christian. So when I come to my father, I must be Muslim. When I come to my mother, I become confused. So I became one of the notorious gangs. The Cape Town Scorpions, I joined them because I would hook up with other guys that did the same problem that we have. I was being abused by my stepmother. She was always assaulting me and shouted me, and I was a very soft person. And always when I was fighting with people, I show a face. And I was crying always to God to help me. The main issue is gangsterism, drugs. Because we are learned when we are gangsters how to develop economics, how to make money. Because drugs become activity. In our communities there's no activities. Where there's no activities, there's gangsterism. The drug, if you sell drugs, when I sell drugs, the time I sell drugs, I do it because I meet people every day. It's like an integration. You know, you meet a lot of color of skin people.
Unemployment is a huge issue. Official figures vary and are highly unreliable. The national average is 25%. For the townships, you may hear figures above 50%. Shops and restaurants are makeshift. People try to make money by selling window and door frames, beds, sofas, shoes, whatever they can get their hands on. Noku lives in Kailicha, Cape Town's biggest township. Her shack is a meeting point for everyone in the neighborhood. Noku is one of the few that earn money. She takes care of kids. But it's not the government that pays her. She works for an NGO.
Most of the time when they aren't working, and then in order for them to make money, they go out there and sell their bodies, first of all. At the ages of 12 until 12 upwards, they start doing that, and then they get involved in crime. They start robbing because they want to be secured as well. It's like if you're not part of the gang, you're outside, and then you are much more in danger.
With prostitution and rape, it's not surprising that AIDS has hit this country like no other. Every third pregnant woman is tested positive. Again, these are official figures. One side effect, the country has more than 1 million AIDS orphans.
What about AIDS? That we can't talk about it. It's every day. People dying every day, and people get infected. There's teenage pregnancy. Our mothers, they don't talk to us. We don't get the information from our parents. We go outside and start experimenting. That's why HIV is it's spreading.
Noku's family has, like so many others here, lost members to violence. Her father died, one of her brothers was shot, and another one is in prison. She now lives here with her sister and her mom. They have electricity but no running water. Every second South African household has access to a flush toilet.
Small room. Oh please, it's not.
Even less have access to piped water inside their home. But poverty has a modern touch. Most households own a TV and a cell phone. Noku works for Earthchild Project, a young private initiative that teaches environmental education in schools. At the local community center, Noku has set up an organic vegetable garden with the kids. She wants the kids to reconnect to nature, to learn about health and healthy food. The organization also makes sure that the local shops, the tuck shops, will sell healthy food. If life's basics are an issue, the environment will not be a priority. And here it shows. Plastic bags, bottles, building rubble is everywhere. Noku raises awareness of the issue. Part of Earthchild's mission is to set up a recycling system with the schools and the kids. For the kids, the harsh reality in the townships seems yet to be softened by their innocence. But life in the townships for most is stress.
People from the township, because of the stress and everything, they lost their humanity. They lost their values, They are like animals now.
The country's high level of corruption explains the people's low level of trust and expectation in the government's performance. Noku's NGO is an example for the possible way out: private initiatives. We are leaving Cape Town and head east. Our destination? Greyton, a quaint old town in the mountains.
If I kissed you.
Art of Living is an NGO from India that works with the UN. We join Art of Living's Teachers Training Program at the Blue Hippo, a teepee retreat with a hippie touch. Candy Horgan helped set up its South African branch 8 years ago.
The core focus of the programs is to reduce the level of stress that is present in our lives. Okay? And some of us don't even know that we have stress, but that's stress inhibits us in our lives, and it stops us from living our full potential. It stops us from feeling belongingness with people around us. It brings fear in us. And through the techniques that we teach, we give individuals the tools to be able to help themselves.
Christians, Muslims, Rastas, blacks, coloureds and whites, the whole spectrum of the Rainbow Nation. They all get together to learn how to teach Art of Living's approach.
So there's a particular pattern of breath for every emotion. Some external thing triggers something, and then an emotion comes, your breath goes like vanishes, or it goes fast if you're feeling angry, like that, and then you're in that emotion and you're stuck in that emotion. But by using the breath, you can control your emotions. 6.
Special breathing techniques, yoga and meditation are the basic tools Art of Living teaches.
We promote healthy living. You know, drink water, because water clears your body of toxins and this and that. And we speak about the value of breath and the value of eating fresh food.
The first step is to raise the level of awareness of yourself, of others, and of the environment.
And we ask them, you know, what world do you want to live in? What do you dream for yourself? All of them say they want to live in a peaceful world where there is no violence, where there is no crimes, even the ones that are into crime.
I had a vision that one day I will see myself with someone that I don't know. Princess, where we're getting married.
Make everyone have peace in their hearts, smile every day, have love, and be happy all the time. That could be my dream. But I have a dream to live in a free crime community, to be able to help one another, to say no to alcohol and drugs, say no to men and child abuse.
My dream is that everyone has a home. Everyone has food. My dream is that also we support each other in everything that we do. So I think that maybe I should do this, right? Yeah.
And I wrote a poem, Be Proud Teenagers. Where is our dignity? It seems like you forget who you are. It seems like you forget where you are. When drugs and alcohol are a solution for your frustration, be proud, teenagers, proud. AIDS is a big issue.
In our country, we had the system of apartheid, and we traditionally have been separated, different races, different cultures, and in my lifetime, to see in one room so many different cultures, different communities across the racial spectrum together is enough motivation for me to keep teaching the program.
This is all the races and all the cultures and all the everything that exists. My dream is to see everything just like us intertwined, and I think it will be beautiful.
14 years after the end of apartheid, South Africa is a country that still struggles with its past. As soon as you spend time with locals, there's one issue that strikes the visitor: the deep-rooted racism each race feels against the other. Being treated with respect is still rare and precious for some.
Such a pretty little buttercup, I'd like to take you away, but oh, you're such a pretty little buttercup.
Mervin is the one that organizes the walk into the mountains. Like every other part of the program, it's about learning to respect the other regardless of the color of skin you see. It's about responsibility and taking care of others. And it's about bonding. After dinner, everybody meets to talk about the day.
The walk in the mountains was not really a walk, but it was always also a test.
The walk was exhausting and the group had split in two.
My experience.
People give their feedback. The group could not hold together because some were stronger than others. Some were frustrated, some were overwhelmed by the walk. Candy's co-teacher Elizabeth sums it up. During night, the big rain came. Water started dripping down from the top of the teepees. Small rivers found their way and became big rivers. Sleep was difficult for everybody. Some tried to rest in the kitchen area, warming their damp body with the blankets they can get. Mama Lucy saved them all with hot tea and porridge. Drums and clapping support traditional African singing. Noku leads the way with her clear voice. Gradually, everybody joins in. The words of the songs they sing are simple. The rhythm is catching. The sense of togetherness in the room grows stronger and stronger. And right now, right here in this room, the color of skin suddenly doesn't matter. They are all the same.
Our vision is to create a violence-free society. And what we're doing with the Youth Leadership Program is really developing pillars in different communities that will stand for peace, that will stand for values, that will stand for knowledge, that will stand for respect for all cultures, for all traditions, for all faiths.
Back at the community hall, Lisa teaches the kids from the local community. The future teachers watch and learn. This is what they will do back home with their own communities.
We're going to be here for some time, doing some practices, some exercises, very, very beautiful things that are going to make us feel so good inside that we can't help but smile. We can't help it. Notice your breath moving in and out of your body. Breathe in. We're going to just stretch very quietly. Try and get your own very start. Stretching your full toe. You can jump if you need to.
heart. And I believe, quite honestly, whether the youth are in the townships or whether they're in the cities or across the racial spectrum, youth at the moment are bored. They need to be given responsibility. It's almost like unless you take that responsibility, you don't know your own capability.
I think the people in the township, they need to gain self-confidence. They need to be confident about themselves. If you've got confidence, and then you can start doing something instead of sitting and moaning and doing whatever.
South Africa's scars are deep and will take time to heal. The government will have to build up the country's infrastructure. But simple things like breathing and meditation might heal the people's wounds and bring the change the Rainbow Nation needs.
If I can choose my life, where would I want to live? I want to live here. I want to live in Khayelitsha. I love Khayelitsha. Khayelitsha is my home. I want to make a difference. I want to change things here.